Boachie, and I am a qualified psychological therapist, and I'm also the founder and director of the mental health organisation Inside Out Wellbeing.
I just didn't think I'd feel happy again.
Just talking can help. If you're struggling to cope with feelings of anxiety or depression, NHS Talking Therapies can help.
COVID-19 and the lockdown has had an impact on the nation's mental health in so many different ways. And research from the Office of National Statistics has found that 1 in 5 people are generally reporting symptoms of depression. And of course, since the lockdown as well, we've seen that there has been an increase in anxiety levels as well. Of course, this is something that is understandable due to the uncertainty of the experiences that we're having at the moment with being in lockdown, with anxiety around COVID-19. It's completely understandable that people are experiencing these symptoms. Some of the barriers with discussing mental health within African and Afro-Caribbean communities would include, of course, something that we're all familiar with, which is the stigma attached to mental health. So, of course, many people may have grown up not discussing mental health. So being able to learn a bit more about that, being able to understand that a bit more is something that is important. Of course, tradition and cultures within our communities as well does really play a part in the way that we view mental health, whether these are religious practices or cultural practices, traditional practices. Sometimes it can get in the way of even understanding what mental health is and even being able to access the support as well. So something that I'm quite familiar with, especially when I was growing up as well, is whatever happens within the home doesn't come outside of the home as well. So of course, growing up with that understanding, someone who has grown up with that understanding is less likely to be able to want to even talk about their problems and talk about what they are going through. So that is something that I would consider as a huge barrier within our communities. Another barrier, of course, is the mental health inequalities that we're seeing within these services as well. So we know that African or people from African and Caribbean descent are least likely to actually access these mental health services. And when they do access these services, there's high dropout rates as well. So of course, this can come down to so many different factors, whether that is representation of mental health professionals, whether that is being able to access culturally sensitive and racially informed support. So of course, the main 2 barriers that I would consider is the stigma attached to mental health, the lack of mental health literacy within our communities, but also the structural difficulties and the mental health inequalities within the systems that we're working with. The latest NHS Help Us, Help You campaign is all about improving access to support and giving the awareness of the support that is available. So something that we have seen is that there are a lot of people who are experiencing these difficulties. However, people may not be accessing these services for various reasons. And one of them may be due to the lack of awareness of these services that are available. So this campaign is a push towards helping people to understand what is out there, the support that they can receive, and also how they'll be able to receive this support as well. Talking therapies can be accessed by anyone. So with the NHS Talking Therapies, which is also referred to as IAPT. So IAPT stands for Improving Access to Psychological Therapies. And this is a service that is available for all adults 18 plus in the UK. Each area within the UK does have an IAPT service, which anyone can receive support for. In terms of talking therapies, so talking therapies provides a confidential space, so a non-judgmental confidential space where you can access the support that you need depending on the difficulties that you are experiencing. So one of the models that's widely used within the NHS is an approach called cognitive behavioural therapy. And cognitive behavioural therapy is based on the concept that the way that we think about things, the things that we do, and the way that our body feels is all connected. And so with this approach, it works towards understanding more about your difficulties, and also to help you develop the appropriate tools and techniques to help you with managing these difficulties as well. So there's support based on that, and there's also a approach that we would normally refer to as guided self-help. So this also gives you the opportunity to develop those tools and techniques, and also empowers you to essentially be your own therapist with getting those tools, those techniques to help you with looking after yourself. So to access these talking therapies, it's a really simple process. What you can do is speak to your GP, and your GP can make a referral for you. The other option is to self-refer. So you can self-refer through the website. So it's nhs.uk/talk, or you can have a look at your local IAPT service, and the referral details would be on there. I'm aware that some NHS services also have a digital referral process where you can complete a form, and then someone will get back to you for an assessment. I understand that there are some concerns about the NHS being able to cope with more people accessing talking therapies and mental health services. So the NHS are really trying their best to ensure that they are able to offer flexible support for everyone. And we are aware that now therapists, counsellors, mental health workers are also working remotely. So this helps to improve access to the service by providing digital support, whether this is sessions that an individual can have online, whether this is sessions that can take place over the phone. There's also an option of online cognitive behavioural therapy programs as well. So at the moment, there are different ways, different mediums in which people can access support, flexible support as well, to be able to meet the demand of the service. While people are waiting to access support, what I would recommend is to also consider other options that are available in the meantime. So this may be community-led organisations, community-led projects, and even self-help materials that are out there as well. An example of a community-led organisation is the one that I'm running, so just to plug Inside Out. So with Inside Out Wellbeing, we do provide monthly support groups and workshops which aim to help people get a better understanding of particular difficulties that are important to the community as well. Overall, looking at community-led organisations that are out there who do offer this support, and most importantly, there are a lot of free resources that are out there. So Inside Out is a free resource. There's also a resource that comes to the top of my mind called Bark & Co. And on their website, they have a directory of different support services that are available, and it gives you the option to actually filter out the support that you are looking for, to find localized services that do provide particular support for your needs. So the NHS is here to help. So if you would like to refer, please speak to your GP to make the referral for you, or alternatively, you can visit nhs.uk/talk to make the referral yourself.
I just kept it all inside.
I just didn't think I'd feel happy again.
I just bottled it all up.
Just talking can help. If you're struggling to cope with feelings of anxiety or depression, NHS Talking Therapies can help.